Welcome to the Pub Sports Radio MLB Closing Time Show, Sunday, August the 15th. It's Ian Cameron, Conor Mac, and our Sunday special guest, Sharpie, with us, ready to break down the Sunday MLB card. Hope everybody is doing well on this Sunday. We've already got people strolling into the chat, 50 live viewers already. And Slick Rick, the show is barely off the ground, and I'm seeing a $5 donation on the board. Thank you very much, Slick Rick the Ruler. I hope so. We'd be honored if we had the actual Slick Rick in our chat. That would be something else there. You know, a little lottie-dottie. We like to party.
We like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody.
Yeah. Had a good day yesterday, boys. Let's start this one off even better. Thank you for the donation, Rick. We appreciate it. Let's shout out some people in the chat now so we can, because I know, the chat doesn't keep all the names from start to finish as we go along. So by the time we get to the seventh inning stretch, we're going to miss some of the people that have come in early here. Real Deal Prime, Beast Mode, Max on Record, Brian Watson, Kyle Hintley, Wyatt Chapman, Sam Culmer. I hope you enjoyed the Red Sox game yesterday, Kyle. Nice performance there by Chris Sale in his return. Abel Alvarez, Ricky Bobby, Dom Ricci, Solat Media, Tyler Duda, Abel Alvarez, John Roy, Jason Lewis, Tito. We appreciate everybody in the chat here. Joey Harb. Let's get it rocking. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Can't Get Right, G Money Bags, Coast Ways. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday MLB show. Let's get to it. Atlanta, Washington, Drew Smyly, Paolo Espino, the pitching matchup here. We've got Atlanta minus 150 road favorites, 9.5 the total in this game. When you look at it, doesn't it seem like, if you're going to back anybody in this game, it's got to be Atlanta. You know, with Drew Smyly's been pretty solid, for the last several starts. He's been really consistent, 3 runs or less. They've won 4 straight Drew Smyly starts. It feels like, hey, you should be betting Atlanta. They're the team that's trying to win the NL East. Washington is floundering. They're out of it. Yet Atlanta opened, minus 170, and the money's come in on Washington here in this game today, which is kind of peculiar. You look at Espino, 3.74 ERA this year. He does have good numbers here at Nationals Park, 3.18. And the one thing that bothers me about backing Atlanta here in this price range, they're red hot. They've won the first couple of games here in this series, but Washington's up against a lefty in Drew Smyly, and guess what? Even though they've lost 7 in a row, they still hit lefties decently. And when you look at the 3 starts Drew Smyly's made against Washington this year, 2 of them of the pretty bad variety. I mean, 4 runs in 6 innings, 3 runs, 7 hits, 4.1 innings. So you do get a little bit concerned about the success that the Nationals have had against Smyly. So I'm off the game, but the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking maybe Washington, at least in the first 5 innings, could be live here, especially trying to avoid the sweep. But I don't know if I want to step in front of Atlanta. They're just playing well. They're hitting well. The over is definitely a possibility. I could go there. I could get there. I was on the over yesterday. I would lean in that direction again here today. I'd actually lean Washington, though, first 5. I don't know. I just get that sense that Washington might be able to keep this close, maybe pull out an early lead in the first 5. They do have good numbers against Smyly. Connor, what do you think here? Atlanta, Washington.
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to our guy, Kevin de Freitas. Man, Cali, $13.99. Thanks for the hard work. Thank you so much for the dono, man.
And Slick Rick.
Yeah, we got him.
Yeah, we got Slick Rick.
Yep.
We got Slick Rick early, baby. He got that. Hell yeah, $4.99. We appreciate it. Yeah, this is a game I don't want any part of, really. I just don't like backing Drew Smyly. Nats didn't hit yesterday. My Braves did. I had their team total. I think runs could be scored here, too. This game just seems tricky to me. And I don't want the Braves. I know they're hitting well. I don't want Smyly on the road minus 150. I guess that's what I'm saying. And I kind of don't want to take their team total over 5.5 again, even though it could get in there. Espino's been good at times. He can go 5 innings and maybe keep this to 2 or 3 runs. I just don't love it. I kind of like the Nats, too, a little bit. It's a game right away that I crossed off. I'm off.
All right, Sharpie, you got anything here?
Hey, shout out to the chat. We appreciate all them likes. What I do got is I'm hurting from yesterday, man. Them bookies collected on me, so it's time to get some get backs. Hey, shout out to Brian Rundle with another dono, guys. Good looking. All the likes, all the donos,
Hell
it
yeah.
all helps, bro. Keep them
Wow.
coming.
Unbelievable.
Hit the
Thank you,
share.
guys.
Let's go. It's Sunday fun day, bro. It's time to get laid. It's time to get paid. And not on this game, guys. Not for me, guys. Like this, like Connor said, it's a stay off. Like I would have crossed it out and not capped it if I could have. The team total first five for the Washington Nationals is 1.5 minus 160. Minus 160. I can't bet that, bro. Not for me, not today. But if I was to bet this game, I'd take Nationals plus a half, but it's still at minus 115. Not worth it. Stay off. If Washington gets the lead, live bet, take the Braves bullpen, fade the Washington bullpen. You'll get your money back. So I'll look to live bet it. Hopefully Washington can get a lead, and I'll take the Braves.
Yeah, and Smiley, we know the Nats hit lefties pretty good. He's got pretty good numbers. You know, Soto's 1 for 8, Bell 2 for 9, 4 for 22. For Escobar, just not a whole lot of great numbers against him.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Cincinnati and Philadelphia here. We've got the Sonny. We got two of my karaoke favorites here in this pitching matchup. Sonny, yesterday my life was filled with rain. Sonny Gray, and then we got Nola and Nola, Nola, Nola. Aaron Nola for the Philadelphia Phillies. Philadelphia minus 130. The total of 8. Total's really been whacked. It was open 9, and now it's down to 8 here in this game. Sonny Gray has had a rough, month or so, but 2 of his last 3 starts were better. 1 run against the Mets in 6 innings. Last time out against Cincy, 2 runs, 3 hits, 5 innings. Pitch count got up, but he has been a little bit better. You know, the strikeout numbers have gone up, which is good to see. And he's pitched better on the road this year, 3.08 on the road ERA for Sonny Gray this year. Aaron Nola, he's been at his best at home, 2.97 ERA. Coming off, a good start against the Dodgers last time out, but only went 4 innings, 1 hit in that game. We'll see how he fares here, against the Dodgers. But again, rain delay occurred in that game, so that's why the start was so short last time out against the LA Dodgers for him. Is a 3.92 ERA against the Reds. Sonny Gray has a 3.86 ERA against the Phillies. So again, he's kind of struggled a little bit lately, but he's turned it around enough in 2 of his last 3 starts, Sonny Gray, that kind of has me leaning Reds here. First 5 full game split. I don't normally like going against Nola at home, and I can't say I love it, but this is a price play for me. And you look at these 2 teams, it's pretty close to where they are in the standings. The Reds, man, they missed out on an opportunity with another San Diego loss yesterday in their 6-1 loss against Philadelphia to gain ground on the Padres. But we'll see how this one goes. Tempted to look at Cincy here, first 5 full game split, though. I mean, I know Nola's been good at home this year, but he's still been uneven a little bit at times. And let's not forget, even though he has a good overall home ERA, he still has had a couple of starts at home where he's been roughed. I remember the Marlins hit him for 7 runs in this ballpark back on June 30th. So he is capable of, having a little bit of a rougher start even at home. And Cincinnati's bats certainly, prior to yesterday, have been really swinging it well. Sonny does have a better road ERA. I just let this price, I think I'll sprinkle a few bucks here. Don't love the game, but I'll sprinkle a few bucks. I do think the value in the number here, based on where I thought the line would be, is on Cincinnati here, first 5 full game. What do you think here, Connor? Reds, Phillies?
Yeah, initially, I mean, after yesterday, if these teams aren't going to hit, I looked at the first 5 under, 4.5. It's a 4 even money. No way. And I have a problem with Gray. If I take him, he gets hit. And Nola, I know he was a lot better in his last start with the Dodger and the rain delay. It was cut short. But I think he can be hit as well. I think the Reds team total at just 3.5. It's only minus 115, minus 120 that I see. And I think this full game over 8. I think it's light. I could be wrong. These teams didn't hit yesterday. I'm just thinking the Reds hit today. Philly should hit Gray. I don't think he's special at all. So, and I don't want to back him here too much. I mean, it's only plus 120. I'm just looking over. I think I'm going to take the over 8 in this ball game.
Yeah, by the way, the Reds off a loss this year have a winning record. The Phillies off a win, they're like 40% on the year. So, the spot is good for the Reds too. They're off the loss, Phillies off the win. I think I'm talking myself into the Reds here. First 5 and full game. By the way, after a loss this year as well, I want to mention this for the Reds. They average more runs, so it seems like their offense seems to awaken after a loss, and we have
that's what I'm
seen
hoping
that
for
this year. And the numbers, 34 and 25 to the over off a win for Philly, 31 and 20 to the over off a loss for Cincy. So those numbers point to over here. But I respect the starting pitchers. That's the problem with that. Enough that, and this is a huge move down. This is not a a couple got people betting the under here to go from 9 all the way to 8 down a full run. That's some heavy movement,
I know.
heavy money.
And I don't give a shit.
Under.
Sometimes you gotta give a shit, but we'll see.
Right.
It could happen.
And you shouldn't. And you shouldn't give a shit, Connor. You should stick to what you think is going to happen, how you cap the game yourself. You're 100% right about that. Sharpie, what do you think here? Reds and Phillies.
Man, this is a great game. And I got from confirmed sources once again that Sonny Gray got a wolf blood injection and a blowjob from a Giselle Bunsen lookalike. He's going to get hit today again, guys. He ain't going to have his A game. He was hanging out underneath the bridge last night in Philadelphia and got the wrong hooker. Okay? Nola at home. I'm going to get into this at my best bet. I'm going to get into my greasy theory. I told Connor this the other day. I'm going to break this down a little more in the best bet, but I like Nola first 5, and I'm going to get into a K-prop on this. Shout out to Slaughter in the chat. If you are not in this Pub Radio Sports Discord, you are losing free money, guys. I woke up to another $100, won another 180 yesterday just by tailing this man's soccer picks, and he puts them all free in the Discord, guys. Big Show gonna pop up that Discord. Go jump in. You're more than welcome to hang out. It's a mics only chat, a video chat. Come in, say hi. Real Deal Prime. We got Tone. We got a lot of you guys already in there. Come on, come kick it. We just watch games and cap all day. You're more than welcome to come hang out with us, guys. Smash the like. We appreciate it all. 63 likes, 2 games in. You guys are the shit. But it's Nola Day, baby. Where's Waldo?
Nola
He's
Day
in Philadelphia.
Yeah, definitely hit the like button, and check out the Discord. I've been in it a few, not much during the summer because it really is my time to just relax a little bit, decompress. But come football season, I'll be in there daily. You can guarantee that because I'll be glued to the screens, multiple games, live betting, all that stuff. So I'll be in there at come football season in the Discord, and we'll have a nice little back and forth going with everybody in there talking about the games. What do we see? What's our analysis? What are we observing? How can we use it to profit during the games? All that kind of stuff. And the Discord is great for that. And the community is growing. I think we're like 1,000 people in there now or close to it. So hit that Discord link. And join, especially when football season gets here. It'll be a lot of fun to be able to either throw back opinions and all that back and forth. Milwaukee and Pittsburgh. We've got Eric Lauer, the lefty for the Brewers, and it looks like it is Dylan Peters, lefty for the Pirates. We've got Milwaukee minus 200 road favorites, 8.5 the total here in this game. Pittsburgh handing it a little bit to Milwaukee in the first game, 14-4 yesterday, but Brewers get him back in the second game, 6-0 shutout win for Milwaukee. It's Eric Lauer on the mound for the Brewers, who's remarkably been very good. Going all the way back to June 27, which is 5 starts, he's given up 4 runs over 28 innings. He's been terrific, believe it or not, for this Brewers team, and I did not expect that. We'll see how he goes here, but definitely someone that's been pretty solid for Milwaukee. I think he'll have a good outing here. We have Dylan Peters on the mound for the Pirates, and there's no way I want to back him in any way, shape, or form. He's a journeyman pitcher. He's been around the block forever. He's been with a bunch of teams. He's 28 years old now. He threw 5 innings in the AAA level. Hasn't pitched more than 3 innings in any appearance since July. It's 3.71 ERA this year in AAA. That's an okay stat, but every time this guy's come up to the big league level, he really has not gotten the job done. So, if I were to get involved in this game, it would probably be a Brewers team total for me. Unfortunately, you're talking 5.5. You are talking 5.5 though, with with a plus price to it. That's the good news. So I still might go in that direction here. Milwaukee team total over 5.5. If I were to play it, I think that's what I'd be looking at. Connor, what do you think here? Brewers Pirates.
Yeah, Pirates got the split though early in that game one. They pounded them 14 runs, and then Brewers shut them out. I think Lauer, he's looked pretty good lately. I just can't lay 200 on the road with them. I don't blame anyone. This is like the easy run line, the square play, or the over 5.5 team total. Peters, you're right. One thing is he got shelled in AAA early on, like back in April and May. He's been really good looking at his numbers in June, July, and early August. But like you said, Ian, when he comes into the bigs, he's 28 years old. He's had a couple shots, the Angels, a few teams. I just can't trust him. So it's Brewers or nothing in this one for me.
Oh, I realized I realized I just said that to myself because I was muted. Sharpie, what do you like here? Milwaukee, Pittsburgh.
Hey, shout out to my guy, Platinum Paul. We trapping and capping always, my guy. This game right here, Milwaukee team total over, like you said, plus 112. It's a bullpen day, or Peters isn't going long. He is not destined. I just checked the Milwaukee lineup. They're good to go. Everybody's in. They're ready to go. That was the only question I had circled, was make sure their lineup was good. Phillies lineup is missing Hoskins today, guys. Just a heads up for anybody out there. And shout out to Crystal Warren. She's said her son's out of boot camp, going to go check the game. This is his first game to go watch today. My son's out in Germany for the Army, so mad respect. I appreciate anyone and everyone who served for us or kids are serving for us. So I love the Milwaukee team total over here, guys. It's just Lauer minus 200. Yeah, you can bet it. Yes, he should win it, but I think they get 6 runs easy.
They've been getting there too, for the most part. Yeah. They've been getting those runs. I mean, they've been cashing these 5.5s.
Yeah, and that's a good reminder, actually, what Sharpie just said about the Army thing. I mean, it seems like 3 days a year is the only time we acknowledge and pay gratitude and homage to what the troops do, what the servicemen and women do, for each and every country around the world. It seems like we only talk about them and acknowledge them and give them their due on, Veterans Day / Remembrance Day, 4th of July, Memorial Day. This seemed to be the only, and then we barely mention them the rest of the year. So it's always a good reminder. The reason we're able to just talk like a bunch of blithering fools here on a show like this about sports betting is because we get the freedom to do it thanks to the troops keeping us safe, right? So we definitely thank them, no question about that. And it's nice to do that every now and then, not just on those 3 days of the year. Acknowledge just the sacrifice those people make for us. Yeah. Baltimore and Boston. Next up here, we've got. Looks like Keegan Aiken, Eduardo Rodriguez, the pitching matchup. Boston, minus 280, minus 290, home favorites. The total right now about 10 in this one. This is just a very, very, very this is one of the easiest decisions to me on the board here today in terms of a bet to make in a game. Over the total here. Very, very simple. I was actually on the over yesterday, even with Sale on the mound, because I thought, look, Sale probably will give up a couple. He did. And Boston will probably take care of most of the rest. And that's exactly what they did against Jorge Lopez and the Orioles yesterday. This, to me, is an easy over, or a play. Not that it'll be easy in terms of it'll win for sure, but easy decision to bet it. I mean, Keegan Aiken is just horrendous right now for the Baltimore Orioles. Boston's bats, remember we were worried about them a little bit during their slump. Well, they got in the bats going. They had a 20 spot against Tampa Bay this week. They put double digits on the board yesterday against the Orioles. Their bats are back. Bogarts is hitting, Devers is hitting, JD, Verdugo, Kike. I mean, they've got all their bats going right now again. They should do significant damage against a struggling Keegan Aiken and a bad bullpen behind him. But and Eduardo Rodriguez has been a little bit better lately, but guess what? What's the problem for him here? He is a lefty. And what have we seen sometimes from Baltimore? They've hit lefties good. Yeah. And I don't think he's going to get through the Orioles lineup unscathed by any stretch of the imagination here today. So total's high, it's 10. But look, we saw 10.5 yesterday with Sale. So believe it or not, I actually think a 10 with two probably worse pitchers than Sale yesterday. Obviously, Lopez is not someone we trust. He wasn't good yesterday, but to think that this total is actually a half run less than yesterday's total, to me, that was a bit surprising. I actually thought this total could be 10.5. You could have even put 11 out there, in my opinion, but it's only 10. And I think there's actually a little value. So for me, Orioles, Red Sox over 10. Conor Mac, what do you think? Baltimore, Boston.
Yeah, I think the only reason why it's 10, they scored 16 runs. The wind's blowing in a little bit, not much. But yeah, I agree with you. I think you got to look over. Keegan Aiken is just not good. I mean, every time he goes out, it's 4 or more. We know the Red Sox hit lefties, and you talked about it. I don't trust Rodriguez. He's got a middle of the road 5 ERA. The Orioles said him. My guy Trey Mancini hit one yesterday. Look for him today. The Orioles got, other than Mullins, a right-handed dominant lineup, so they love those lefties. So I think they could get their team total would be a look as well, over 3.5. But yeah, I'm with you. I like the Orioles team total a little bit, but I definitely like the over 10 here.
All right, liking the over 10 here. By the way, the run line's too pricey. It's minus 150 for Boston on the run line. It's just too pricey for me. I wouldn't say don't bet it, but for me, it's just a little too pricey. Sharpie, what do you think here? Orioles, Red Sox.
I think we got the coolest fucking chat in the world, guys. We 17 likes away from that second surgery from Michael Jackson, bro. Let's get higher than Space Jam 3, guys. Let's start the new movie now. It's summertime.
Don't tell.
2022.
Another dono. Thank you. Yeah.
Another dono from the man, the myth, the legend. Don't ask, don't tell. But you can follow him on Twitter and tell him if you like. Here we go, though. We on this Baltimore versus freaking Boston. God, I wish I
forgot
was
the
on...
game.
Yeah, I was thinking about this dab I'm going to have to take and how early it is over here, but it's all gravy, baby. Orioles team total over 3.5. I love it, guys. Like, it's Rodriguez. This is a crappy bullpen over here in Boston. Both of these are bottom 5 bullpens. Let's not forget about this. Nothing's changing with these bullpens. Rodriguez has been hit or miss, guys. I still, even if he's missed, he's giving up 2, and we get to that bullpen. We should get 2 more off of the Boston bullpen. I like no run first inning after Boston scores double digits, guys. It's just something I've been looking at and been playing. They scored 20 last week. The very next game, I hit that no run first inning, and it cashed, bro. When a team scores that many runs, it's very unlikely they're going to come back out and do it again. I know it's Aiken. I know they will get to him, but I'm going to look at that no run first inning real quick, guys. And just by saying the like button, y'all smashed it so quick. We got 13 likes in a jiffy without the jelly though, because I'm a peanut butter guy.
Without the jelly, because I like that. Yeah, they usually go together, but that's rare to hear someone say, "Hey, I don't want one. I only want the one of the two: peanut butter or jam or jelly."
Peanut butter with milk.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Look, that's ballsy. No run first inning with this Keegan Aiken clown. I mean, he looks like he's given up at least a run in every first inning recently.
And
but another
$20 dono. Keep it coming, Mr. Mick swinging. Yes, swinging.
Are we doing a better show today, or are people just extremely generous and thoughtful today? I don't know what it is, but thank you. We appreciate that.
We be pumping. Let's go.
Hey, let's get higher than Space Jam.
230 live views already. Hit that like button. Very important. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the show. Clearly, many of you are. I'll definitely hit that like button here. We've got Cleveland and Detroit now. We've got Tristan McKenzie taking on, holy shit, Drew Hutchison, the same guy that was with the Blue Jays many years ago. Wow. Blast from the past here. Where the hell's he been? Cleveland minus 120, road favorites here. 9 the total in this game. Boy, I see these two names. This is another one I got to look maybe over the total or pass. I mean, I'm not big on McKenzie. I've talked about this numerous times this year when it comes to McKenzie. Look, he's got some good stuff. He does. He throws well, but he just gets wild. He gets erratic much of the time. That is definitely a concern I have. He has a 6.25 road ERA. That concerns me with him as well. He has pitched well against the Tigers in the career, though. That's the one thing that sticks out. He's given up just 2 runs in 15 innings against the Tigers. But I still don't really like the idea of backing him in that 6 ERA on the road. And the walks, he still had 4 walks in his last 3 starts. That does concern you a bit. And here on the mound for the Detroit Tigers is a guy that has not started in the major league since 2016. That's 5 years ago. Drew Hutchison missed his first major league appearance since 2018, his first start since 2016. So it has been a while for him. He's been recalled from AAA to make this start. We'll see how he goes. He had a 3.63 ERA with the Toledo Mud Hens down there. That's one of the better names, huh? Mud Hens. You got to love some of these minor league baseball team names, the Mud Hens. But he has a 3.63 ERA down there. It's going to be interesting to see how he fares here. You know, this Cleveland team, believe it or not, sometimes they can get stymied by this pitchers that just come back up to the big leagues out of nowhere. But I don't know if I trust Hutchison here. Cleveland is actually in a run right now where they put some runs on the board in this series. They scored 4 yesterday. They scored 7 in the opener against Tyler Alexander and the Tigers. You look at them in their last 10 games. They have hit the ball a little bit better. We'll see how it goes here. Obviously, Tristan McKenzie for Cleveland. Don't really trust him. So at 9, I would lean a little bit over the total in this game. And, from a side perspective, I don't love Detroit today. Like I love them, I've been on Detroit a bunch, guys, the last couple of weeks. So I don't love them as much today, but I would certainly only look at the Tigers at this price. I mean, they are right now a team I'd either look to bet on or stay away at this point in time. Looks like we have another one. It's like we got DJ Khaled here and another one.
And another one.
And another one.
And another one.
There it is, $20. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying this show today. Connor, what do you think, Cleveland, Detroit?
Yeah, this is a game I might just stay off. McKenzie, I haven't liked him. He's pitched better, a little bit better lately. 2 or 3 runs. It's his walks. In the beginning of the year, he's walking at least 4 a game, 4 or 5. He's kept the walks down. He's pitched a little bit better, but him minus 120 on the road, like you talked about, Ian, it'd be even Hutchison. He's done okay in AAA for Toledo. His last few starts have been decent, but he's a journeyman. You probably remember his days with the Blue Jays. He got rocked. His ERA was 4 or 5 all the time. But I'd only look Tigers here at home. They got a little confidence. They've been winning. And I got to lean over the total 9. It got there barely yesterday. Tigers team total got there. I think this game could get over 9 again.
Shout out to Crystal Warren with the dono as the dono train coming in.
Yeah. Crystal Warren, $10 dono. Thank you, Crystal. We appreciate that. Sharpie, what do you like here? Detroit, Cleveland.
On to Cincinnati, fellas. I'm off this game, hands down. I have nothing to add to it that you guys already said. It's Hutchinson. I can't back him. I can't back Cleveland.
All right. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with saying pass the smoke. And anybody that gets this confused, betting with the bag is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Jimmy's off. Jimmy's got too much going on in his life on weekends during the summer. So that's why we're here at this time, 11 a.m. Eastern. He's on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He will be on during Sundays during NFL season though. So we're definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, unlike me, he's got, kids and he's got family around and, there's big difference. So, and I respect Jimmy for that. He's got kids, he's got family commitments and family stuff that goes on. So I salute him for that. And that's the way it should be. But that's why we have him 4 days a week. Tuesday through Friday is when you can check out Betting with the Bag right here, of course, on Pub Sports Radio. Hit the like button, everybody. Keep it coming. It's a great turnout so far. We appreciate it. Let's move on to the Cubs and the Marlins. Next game on the slate here today.
$20 dono again.
I mean, I'm stunned by all this. This is Brian Rundle now. Wow. I don't know. It's tippers. A couple people donated. And it's just like a snowball of momentum. It just keeps on rolling down the hill. And
keep it coming. Right, keep it coming.
There you go. That's a good.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, there it is. That's exactly what's happening. That was a good. What Sharpie just did. That's the equivalent of what's going on in the chat right now. They're just doling out
money all over the floor now. They're like, oh, that's mine, right?
No, exactly.
Shout out to the chat. We appreciate the likes, the donos. It don't matter. We appreciate it all. You guys rock.
We do. I don't appreciate Alec Mills too much. though for the Cubs because he's pitched better than I thought. And I've lost fading him a couple of times, so I don't appreciate him as much. Alec Mills on the mound for the Cubs, and we've got Alicia Hernandez on the mound for the Miami Marlins in this one. Cubs right now currently looks like the Marlins, sorry, minus 150, home favorite, 7.5 the total. This is my game to say pass. I mean, I'm not on it. I would look over the total, believe it or not. You got two lineups that are hitting pretty decently right now. I just don't know what we're going to get here from Eliezer Hernandez for the Miami Marlins. We'll see how he goes. He's only pitched twice this year with the big club, with Miami. But he is 3.16 with his ERA last year in 6 starts. We'll see how he fares here in this one. But look, the Marlins are finding ways to hit, including, Lewis Brinson, man. This guy's been he's been now with this organization for a few years, and he's gone back and forth between the minor leagues and the Marlins. And look, right now, he's just been outstanding. His batting average since the All-Star break and, runs scored and home runs, all that stuff's been incredible to see how all of a sudden he's turned it around. So much needed for Miami. And a big reason why they're starting to hit is Lewis Brinson and what he's been able to do. Marlins have won the first 2 in this series. I want no part of the Cubs. How many times have I said that about the Chicago Cubs? They are a mess right
Every
now.
day.
I want no part of them. But
every day, because I hear it.
Every day. Yeah. Every day I say that because it's true. I want no part of the Cubs. The only question is, do you want to lay $150 with Eliezer Hernandez? He hasn't pitched all season for this team. He is capable. I trust him more than Mills. Lean for sure Miami. This is it's probably not a game I'll bet, but a hard lean to Miami. I'm very close to maybe taking them at least in the first 5 minus a half a run in this game. But definitely I would only lean Marlins here in this one. Maybe Marlins team total over, but those would be the 2 leans. Marlins team total over, Marlins first 5 minus a half a run. I might even pull the trigger small on it. We'll see. Conor Mac, what do you think? Cubs, Marlins.
I want nothing here. Escape with the Marlins team total yesterday. We talked it in the back. The Cubs had 4 errors.
Yeah, we got it.
We got there. We got there. All those errors. Yep. I think they were all unearned. Mills has got me a few times this year. But how do you back the Cubs? Like you talked about, Ian. You talk about all the time. What have they lost? 9 or 10 in a row? I've lost count. Of course, sometime they're going to win a game. But I want nothing to do with it here. The total could get over again. It's tempting at 7.5 with all these errors and shitty play. Could get over the total, but it's a game I'm off. The team total's intriguing, but 3.5 minus 140. There's too many games today, so I'm off. All
right, Sharpie. Cubs, Marlins. What do you like?
Man, once again, shout out to the chat. Smash that like, guys. Let's get that like record today. It's Sunday. This is our biggest show. This is where we get the most live viewers, guys. Let's smash that algorithm today, guys. Let's get to 200. I know we can get there. So smash it like I smash BBWs twice on Sundays, 3 times in the morning, 3 times at night. Not 2. Those are for rookies.
3 in the morning.
Yeah, it used to be. Used to be 2. Now it's like I got to get my cardio in, bro. I'm God's gift to BBWs, guys. You guys thought with that shaggy beard I was some little ugly old troll. Nah, I'm a good-looking guy, bro. I'm God's gift to BBWs. But here we go, guys. My only info to give you guys on this game is right-handed pitchers versus the Cubs are now 13-1 to the K-prop. I mean, you could take that info with you as you will. I don't know if they will give you one on Hernandez or not because he's making his first start. But I can't back the Cubs. I can't back Miami right here. So I'm off the game. Maybe hits, runs, errors over if you're looking towards a play in this game at all. Because like they said, how many errors were in this game? So, I mean, those go towards your hit, runs, errors. So I'm off it. Can't put my own hard-earned cash on it. I lost enough hard-earned cash to be screwing around with the freaking Marlins. And shout out to G Money Bags, PSR for life with another $10 dono.
Money.
Wow.
30 likes away from the 3rd surgery from Michael Jackson, guys. It's 8:43 out here on the West Coast, and I'm going to be higher than Gorilla Tits by the end of this show. Keep them likes coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Yankees and White Sox. Gorilla.
I'm short, guys. I'm like 5 foot, dude. So those gorillas are big, dog.
Yeah. They are. Yes, they are. I thought you said Gorilla Glue for a minute, but
No, Gorilla
Yankees
Tits.
and Gorilla Yankees and White Sox. We've got Nestor Cortez, Lucas Giolito, the pitching matchup here. White Sox minus 170, minus 180. Home favorites, 8.5 the total here in this game. We'll see how it goes. Nestor Cortez finally hit a little rough patch last start against the Royals. 5 runs allowed, 7 hits, 5.2 innings. We'll see if he can bounce back here. This is really the first time he's pitched poorly since he's joined this Yankees rotation. Look, what have we seen here? We've seen 2 very high-scoring games. I'm going over 8.5 here. I know Giolito, but you got 2 lineups that are in very good form right now. Giolito, I don't know if he'll be able to handle the Yankees lineup necessarily. And the thing that I like the most is with this game, Nestor Cortez not going to give you more than 4 or 5 innings because that's been his standard length of a start, since he's been in the rotation. These are bullpens that are worn down right now. They've used a lot of their key relievers the first 2 games of this series, the game in the cornfield on Thursday night, the Field of Dreams. Yesterday's game, a lot of the key relievers threw in that one. You've got some rundown bullpens here, and you've got a total of 8.5. Like, I'm not asking for a huge, massive slugfest here with a total of 8.5. I'm just looking for 4 runs apiece, and you get over this total, and you see what these teams have done so far in this series. 7-5 last night in favor of the Yankees, and then it was 9-8 the Field of Dreams game the other night. So when you look at it, and look, the White Sox have gotten their lineup. Look at how good this White Sox lineup has been now that they're healthy. 8, 4, 9, 11, 3. They did get shut out in one game, which was surprising, but last 2 games against Yankee pitching, they've scored 14 runs. Now that lineup is fully healthy and all hands are on deck, they're a tough lineup to navigate for anybody. And we know what they can do against lefties, and we know Nestor Cortez is a lefty. So at 8.5, I think that's a bargain. Even with these 2 sometimes capable pitchers, I would look over this 8.5 here, Yankees, White Sox. And again, I'm worried about both teams, the back end of their bullpens today. They could be shorthanded. I'm not even sure all their best relievers are going to be available today after yesterday's game. So definitely looking over the total here. Conor Mac, what do you think, Yankees, White Sox?
Yeah, this game's interesting for me here. Like you talked about, bunch of relievers, scored a bunch of runs, bunch of home runs the last 2 games between these teams. Giolito, the guy just always, I don't know, I shake my head. Either he's good, and he's been good. 4 of his last 5 starts, he's only given up 1 run. He gave up 6 2 starts ago to Kansas City. Cortez, like he talked about, it's going to go 4 or 5. I just think there's value with the Yankees. At plus 160. I know Crystal wrote that in the chat. They've blown leads, and I barely took the Yankees all year. I don't know how many times I bet the Yankees. But at plus 160, I think there could be some value here. And also the Yankees team total over 3.5. This game was interesting to me. I thought it could go first 5 under here. It's 4.5. I really wanted the 5. Or we could see runs again because there's too many big bats. And we saw it. Gallo, 2 home runs. They're starting to hit. And the White Sox are getting healthy with Jimenez, Anderson. We're seeing more runs. So I had to stay off that. So I don't really have anything on the total, but might take a little stab this big plus price with the Yankees.
All right. What do you I was on the Yankees' first 5 full game yesterday. So, pushed with the first 5, won the full game. So I thought it was value with the Yankees yesterday, and I'd probably lean in that way there, even though Giolito's been good and it's White Sox at home. I mean, Yankees, this is a more meaningful game for the Yankees. The Yankees are trying to catch a wild card. White Sox are cruising. They're just coasting to the AL Central. There's no pressure on them. There's no urgency for them right now. Not
horrible division.
At this point in time. What do you think here, Sharpie? Yankees, White Sox.
I think this game's lined perfectly, guys. I mean, the first 5's bigger than the full game. If I was, I'm leaning Yankees full game right now. I haven't pulled the trigger myself. I could see Giolito being up first 5. I mean, he is the better pitcher of the 2 by far. There's an ace and a rookie, and he's not even a good rookie. He's just a guy skating by. He throws like 92. Couple pop-ups. There's been a few games where he's skated by and gotten by with where he should have got cracked. White Sox just aren't hitting, though, versus lefties. Their numbers say they don't hit lefties, guys. So that's why I would look towards the full game. Yankees have the better bullpen, and I probably was the one leading the train saying the White Sox have a really good 7, 8, 9, dude, those guys are in shambles. Hendricks, Kimbrel's, these guys don't know where they're going to come out at. Kimbrel is a closer. You got him coming out in the 8th. It's screwing with them mentally, guys. I can't take the White Sox full game right now. If I did, I would be on them first 5. I like the Yankees full game because the White Sox don't even know who's coming out right now at what time in the game. And you need consistency in a bullpen, guys. You need to know what inning do you start warming up, what inning. You just need to know when you come into a game. You can't have that what if. And dudes have egos. Kimbrel has an ego, guys. He don't want to be no 8th inning guy. He's a freaking World Series champion closer. He is not a setup man. So they need to figure it out over there, guys. They have a really good team. They have a big lead. They're going to figure it out, but I don't want to be betting on them right now full game until they figure it out. So that's my
Go ahead. I just meant the lineup's getting healthier. All right-handed sticks, either they're switch hitters. So maybe these games where they've struggled in the last few months against lefties, maybe they get back to hitting them better here as they get healthy.
Both of these teams should be getting better. They're both getting players healthy. Like Sox are getting Jimenez healthy. Gallo's starting to hit. You get any of these guys to start to hit on the Yankees. That's what did they call that the other day? The Death Star lineup when they were talking about putting Joey Gallo and all these studs out in the outfield. And I was like, oh my God, they could legitimately run this team out there in the playoffs. They're going to have a Death Star lineup where every damn guy you pitch to can hit a home run. So that's going to be, they just got to get there, guys. Red Sox, I don't think are going to hang. And like Big Show just posted, guys, 65 more likes to 200. I know we're going to get there, guys, because you guys are the shit. You guys are going to go smash it. Because I'm going to get baked like a cake in about 15 more likes. And I know you guys could get there in a jiffy. So let's hit this next.
All right, there we go. We got to see it happen. 65 away. Hit that like button. We appreciate it. Tony La Russa. Look, there's been a lot of articles written by the local scribes that follow the White Sox that say they're still worried about whether the game's passed him by, whether the young players connect with him still. And look, people are saying La Russa's done this great job this year. Well, hold on. He's had a freaking terrific team placed on his lap, essentially, when he took this job. I could manage that team some days, with the talent and the ability that they have, to be honest with you. Just, guys, go out there, hit the ball, field the ball. There you go. There's my managing skills right there. And the White Sox could probably still win, close to the number of games they've won.
Throw the ball.
Seriously, hit the ball, throw the ball, pitch the ball.
That's your managing skills.
There's my managing skills. That's about it. Here's the issue with the Whites. They're a really talented team, and their bullpen on paper should be better than what we've seen lately. And there's been issues. Liam Hendricks looks susceptible. We saw what he did against the Yankees in that game at the Field of Dreams in the cornfields of Iowa. Saw what happened there. He blew the game. And I think Kimbrel's a little uncomfortable pitching in the 8th inning because he's pitched the 9th inning and closed ball games out pretty much his entire career. It's basically a situation where he's just not used to that. But here's the thing right now with the White Sox. Dom hit on it in the chat. He's been on this theme. I've been on this theme quite a bit. They have been a team that's faced a lot of AL Central garbage this season. And they have really, really basically enhanced and pumped up their win total based on facing Cleveland a bunch of times, who are way down, Minnesota, who have fallen off the cliff this season compared to where they've been in recent years. The Royals are not good. The Tigers play hard and they're playing better now, but for the majority of the first half of the year, they were not a good baseball team. They have feasted on by far, it's not even close, by far the weakest division in baseball, this AL Central. I mean, that's exactly what we are. I know the close-up was scaring me, let alone anybody else. But yeah, the point is they have basically been feasting on a weak division. There are question marks there. Look at the AL East. Look at that division and look at how tough and brutal it's been with 4 really good teams, and 2 of them aren't going to make the playoffs. Probably the Blue Jays, and I don't know if the Yankees are going to get in. The more I see the Blue Jays, I'm starting to worry that they're probably not going to get in. So, look at how good that division is, and you compare that to the crap that is the AL Central. Look at the NL West. Look at how good that division is. The Dodgers, the Giants have had an incredible year. I know the Padres suck right now, but that's still an above average good baseball team. 3 good teams in that division. That's way better than the AL Central. So that's the problem right now with the White Sox. I like the talent, but man, they have just had such an easier time of it schedule-wise because you get to beat up 4 or 5 times on 3 just brutal teams in your own division. So that's why I've got to see it before I believe it at playoff time as far as the Chicago White Sox are concerned. All right, let's keep it on moving down the line here. St. Louis and Kansas City. We've got Jay Happ and Chris Bubich. We've got a ton of games where it's 2 lefties on the mound head-to-head. This is another one. We have St. Louis minus 115, road favorites, 10 the total in this game. Jay Hapless, as I've been calling him this year, because that's largely what he's been. Although, last 2 starts have been better. So let's, give him a little credit, I guess. 3 runs allowed in his last 11 innings against the Atlanta Braves, against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So he has turned it around ever so slightly, but he's facing the Royals, and the Royals have done significant damage to Jay Happ this year. 3 starts for Jay Happ against the Royals. Remember, these were all when he was still with Minnesota, but that's why he's faced them so much. Now he's facing them with the Cardinals, but he has given up 13 runs in just 14.1 innings this year against the Royals. So that's a really, really bad track record for Happ against the Royals this year. You look at the numbers, there are a lot of guys in this Royals lineup that have done significant damage against Jay Happ. Sal Perez, 11 for 26, 5 home runs. That is my number 1 Jack of the day today. It's not even close. It's not even close. It is by far my favorite. And there you go. You don't have to wait till Jack of the day to hear that one. That is beyond ridiculous amount of success. Sal Perez, the Royals catcher against Jay Happ. Think about that. 11 for 26, 423 average, and 5 homers. So an incredible track record there. Whit Merrifield has a couple homers against Happ. You could go maybe to him too, but no doubt about it. Sal Perez is the number 1 there. Chris Bubich, though, what are we going to get from him? He's a guy that's got talent, got ability. He's capable of being a top, I would say, 2nd or 3rd starter on this Royals rotation, but he's quite often this year not pitched up to the level we thought. He's sort of ironed out those issues, though. He's been better now. 4 straight starts for Chris Bubich. 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs, and his last start was against St. Louis just 7 days ago, a week ago. Royals won that game 6-5. He gave up 1 run in 4.2 innings against the Cardinals. So he has pitched a little bit better. But again, it's a second turnaround look for the Cardinals rather, against Bubich. And you can say the same thing for and Jay Happ's faced the Royals a bunch. So the Royals know what's coming as far as Jay Happ's concerned. It definitely looks like this could be a game with runs. Let's see what the lineups are. I always get concerned, though, especially these later games on a Sunday. We don't know the lineups right away. It looks like we do have them here. Yes. Merrifield, Santana, Perez, Benintendi, Michael A. Taylor. That's not Michael Taylor anymore. That's Michael A. Taylor. Let's get it right for the Kansas City Royals. Hunter Dozier, Rivera, Emmanuel Rivera, Nicky Lopez. Most of their big bats are in today, Kansas City. I like that. St. Louis has Tommy Edman, Paul Goldschmidt, Nolan Arenado, Tyler O'Neill, Harrison Bader, Nootbaar, Lars Nootbaar, I like that name. Jose Rondon, Edmundo Sosa. So majority of the Cardinals bats are in. No Yachty today. Knizner is in the lineup today at the catcher spot. I look over the total. I lean that way. I think I like Kansas City though as well in this game. First 5 full game split. They lost 9-4 yesterday. I'm actually a little surprised they're a home dog. I'm a little bit surprised Happ is a road favorite here in this game. So I like the over a little bit. I like the Royals team. I'm going to basically do the same 4 bets I did yesterday and hope for better than 1 and 3 because I had the Royals first 5 loss, Royals full game loss. I had the Royals team total over, which was my best bet yesterday, and I thought it was going to get there. I thought it was going to steal it in the 9th inning. They got to 4 and just couldn't get that 5th run across, and it couldn't get over 4.5. But I did have the full game over yesterday, and it got there. That was the one bet in that St. Louis Kansas City game that I won. So I like the full game over. I'm going to come back to the Royals team total again, and I'm going to come back to the Royals first 5 full game split again. It's just, look, Hap's been better his last 2 games, but I still don't trust him overall, and the Royals have ripped him all 3 games this year. Conor Mac, what do you think here, St. Louis and Kansas City?
Man, you nailed this one. I don't have much to say. Hap, the only reason I think he's pitched well his last 2 starts was Braves Pirates. Maybe they hadn't seen him in a while. He's facing an AL team that rips the shit out of him. I'm going to go with your Royals. Yesterday, the team total, I think they get there. And I think the full game can get over. Like you said, Bubich, the Cardinals just saw him. I think the full game could get over. Yeah, I'm a little shocked the Royals are home dogs, but and you went through all the guys that rip Hap. So give me the Royals team total, and I'm not going to do all 4, but I might take the Royals plus money as well, or maybe the over.
All right, there we go. And by the way, Hap, the ERA for Hap against the Royals this year, 7.53. That's what we're looking at, so not very good. Sharpie, what do you think here, Cardinals Royals?
I think we got a perfect storm brewing, bro. Bubik facing the same team 5 days later. Royals smacked the shit out of freaking Hap. Easy money, yeah. Guys. My bad. I'm on the over 5.5 first 5, guys. No need to overthink it. This my easiest bet of the day. If it wasn't a K prop, this would be something I'd be looking at. Shout out to the chat, guys. We got that 150. Now it's time to get baked like a cake. Let's get there. Let's get the 200 so I could just literally sleep all day, guys. Cheers, mate.
All right. Very good. Great stuff from Sharpie. There he is. Let's let him do his thing.
And we got another dono. Smash that like. Melt my face.
Solat Media. He's had a bunch of these donations for us. Solat Media. That's we're humbled and we're very much appreciative of the gestures and the donations. We appreciate it big time. We're almost at 300 live viewers. Let's get there and let's hit that like button and let's roll on to the next game. Tampa Bay and Minnesota. Luis Patino for the Rays and Charlie Barnes, the lefty here for the Minnesota Twins. You've got Tampa Bay here minus 160. Road favorites in this game. The total right now in this one currently sitting at, it looks like it's around 10 and a half. Looks like 10 and a half now, pretty much across the board in this game. Look, we talked, I thank goodness I stayed off it yesterday because I was tempted with Tampa around even money against the Twins, but they were even money against the Twins for a reason. Michael Wacha, just a pathetic performance once again by him. He gets absolutely lit up by the Twins. 12-0, believe it or not. Minnesota victory in that game. I'll give Minnesota credit. They've had such a disappointing year, but it seems like they played some of their best baseball after all the pressure was off them. And they traded Cruz, and they basically got rid of a couple of their guys at the deadline. Now, all of a sudden, they're winning games, and they're playing some of their best baseball of the year. Can they keep it going here today against Luis Patino? Man, that 7 ERA stands out like a sore thumb in terms of his road ERA, and it worries me beyond belief going into this game with that road ERA where he struggled away from home. But the last 3 starts for Patino have been better. He shut out the Yankees. He only gave up 3 runs in 5 innings to the Mariners. Last start against Boston at Fenway, 4 runs, 6 hits, 6 innings. Not bad. You know, he's been marginally better. The Twins have never faced him, so it could be an advantage for him. I understand why the total's 10.5. It could get there, but I'm going to go Rays here. First 5 minus a half a run. I like the spot. You know, the Rays are one of those teams that they don't take it easy. They don't take it lightly that they get blown out and then they get destroyed and ripped like they did yesterday, 12-0. They are one of those teams. I want to back them off a loss because I find that that's a team that's going to come back strong. Look at what happened earlier this week, right? Remember the Boston Red Sox embarrassed them 20-8 earlier this week. And what happened the next game? They buried Boston 8-1. You know, so this is a team I like to back Tampa off a really bad loss. They're good. That's why they're a good team. They usually respond off a bad game like that last night, and I think they will. And I have no problem thinking that the Rays will hit Charlie Barnes for the Minnesota Twins. I mean, this guy is just he wasn't good in his first appearance. 5 runs, 7 hits, 4 innings. He was absolutely crushed by the Cincinnati Reds. Then he came out of the bullpen for the starter just a few days ago, and he wasn't much better. And now he's going to get the start here for the Twins. You're going to see a lot of a Minnesota bullpen that is definitely no great shakes. That concerns me as well. Yeah, I think Tampa Bay bounces back here. I think they could jump on them early. Minus a half a runs, even money, minus 115 on the Rays for the first 5 innings. That's the way I'm going to go here in this one. Connor, what do you think here? Rays, Twins.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not the biggest Patino fan, but he's pitched better lately. And the Rays just got shelled yesterday, 12-0. I'm glad, I was nowhere near that game. Barnes is no good. This guy gets rocked in AAA. They brought him up. He's only going to go 3 or 4 innings today. So, Rays first 5. They got the bullpen edge, of course. You go full game run line. And I go run line here, minus 110. The team total's 5.5, but it's minus 130. Getting a little better number on the run line. Just Rays today. I'm on them.
Yeah, Elliot V, thank you. I mean, he says, love the transparency, Boban. I think you're mentioning me talking about the Royals game yesterday, that it went 1-3. What? Of course I'm going to say that. I'm on this show daily. It's video.
Daily,
video. What am I going to say? I was on the Cardinals yesterday? When I was on this show yesterday, I love the Royals? No, of course not. And I'm a complete fraud if I say something like that. And there's no way I'd ever do that. And that's the thing. We need more honesty. We need more transparency, not across the board in this business, in this industry, whether it's picks, posting picks, selling picks, whether it's doing these shows. Hold yourself accountable. Admit when you're right, admit when you're wrong, and that's what it's all about. And people that are smart, and you guys are smart, that we're trying to give you as good info and as good advice. We want to be more right than wrong. We find long term we will be, but it's people understand you're not going to win every bet. That's the way it goes. It's just very, very simple. It's a grind. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. You're going to have games you get right, and you're going to have games you get dead wrong, and it's going to happen daily in both categories. So you just pace yourself, and we just try to put ourselves in good positions, use good info, good numbers to back and support our opinions and our sides, our totals. And that's what we go. We hope you're getting good info and good opinions. That's the key with this show every day. Sharpie, what do you think here, this one between the Rays and the Twins?
I think this chat kicks ass. They've smashed the like button already 165 times. I know we're going to hit We're going to hit a crazy record with how many games we have left. They are freaking awesome, guys. We're going to do this shit today. Ron Crawford, Joey Harb, I wrote you guys down. You guys have made some really good comments talking about lineups, and it is moving day. Got to take this into effect today, guys. Moving days, guys. Overs don't tend to happen today. Keep your cool on things, okay? So, and Ron Crawford was liking the Rays. That's why I wrote them down right here. I love the Rays here already, guys. I like them full game. I just want the better bullpen too, just in case any sneaky shit, Patino fucking falls apart or anything like that. I know we have the number 1 bullpen in baseball the last 30 days, guys. And they're coming off of yesterday's loss where they didn't use their better guys. So It's Rays day, guys, full game. The run line's minus 110. I'm not afraid of juice sometimes, guys, and I'll take the minus 160 money line and happily take that bet.
Yeah, you know what? The more I think about it, I might change from first 5 to full game money line and pay up to get it too, because you're right, that edge is significant. And obviously yesterday in a 12-0 rout that the Rays were on the wrong side of, you're not going to see any of their premium and best relievers in a game like that. So they are all rested. They are all fresh. They are all ready to go for this game today. So I think the full game actually is the better bet, because you want that bullpen edge of the Rays, best bullpen in baseball on your side. So yeah, I think I'm going to go minus 160 full game money line instead of that first 5. It makes sense to include the bullpen in the bet because it is a big, significant gap in terms of bullpen quality between these two teams. Oakland and Texas. Sean Manaea, Colby Allard, the pitching matchup here. We have Oakland minus 220, road favorites, 8.5 the total in this game. The Oakland Athletics of a team that's really been on a good run. Now they had a head-scratching loss to Texas in the first game of the series, which snapped a 7-game winning streak for them. But they bounced back convincingly, won 8-3 yesterday. I was on Oakland yesterday, first 5 innings. Give Caprillion, like I know Texas stinks, but that's like the fifth or sixth time in a row he had faced Texas, and he held them in check. Usually at some point the lineup makes an adjustment, but he hung in there. He pitched well enough, and Oakland took care of the rest. So give him credit. We'll see if Sean Manaea can pitch well for them. Sean Manaea is a guy that's had he's had a rocky year. He's had some great runs, and then he's had some, times when he's fallen back a little bit, and now he's on a bad run again. 5 runs, 4.1 innings against San Diego, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1.2 innings his last start against Cleveland. So all of a sudden he's on the bad part of the streakiness that he's had all year. He's had some great streaks and he's had some bad streaks. He's on some rough ones right now. And let's not forget, he faced Texas July 1st once this year, 4 runs, 9 hits, and 5 innings. Didn't pitch well against Texas. Colby Allard on the mound for the Rangers. He's actually been a little bit better last 2 starts. He had really been roughed up, but last 2 starts in the month of August against the Angels and against the Mariners, he gives up 4 runs in 12 innings combined over those 2 starts. I wouldn't be in a rush to lay it with Oakland here in this game. I'm not going against them because they have way more to play for, and they should be fired. They should be focused every day to win every game at this point, trying to nail down a wild card spot. But just not at this price do I trust Manaea enough. So pass for me when it comes to Oakland, Texas. Connor, what do you think about this one, A's and Rangers?
Yeah, the A's are just a pass for me. Manaea wasn't good his last start in Cleveland. He's just been a little off lately, but maybe these Texas bats, he can have a good game. This is the team you want that can't hit lefties to get right. Is here today. Allard, this will be his 4th start against the A's. He's given up 4, 3, and 4. I think it's more of the same. The number's huge with the A's. You got to take them run line. Can the A's for the 3rd straight day get over 5.5 here, their team total? They did yesterday. I lean that way. It's plus 110. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger, but it's A's or pass here.
All right, good stuff. Yeah, anybody in the chat watching our show live, share the video if you can on Twitter, on any social media platform. We appreciate that. Hit that like button. Great turnout and great viewership today on this Sunday. We appreciate it. What do you think here, Sharpie? Oakland, Texas.
Man, I think we're 23 likes away for them putting me to sleep for a week. Thank God I don't got to show up till next Saturday. Whoo! But this game, man, I've got a greasy theory here, guys. I was looking into this and I was like, Manaea's seen Texas 100,000 times, right? They're in the same division, right? Look at Caprillion, seen them 5 times in 8 games, right? No, nobody on that, only one person on that team has more than 10 at bats. What? Huh? And we're going against the worst team versus lefties, OPS, batting average, whatever category you want to throw out there, hitting wise versus lefties. I 2-picked this. I took the Oakland A's money line with the under 8.5 in this game, guys. I see just a total domination from the A's today. So that's my bet on this game.
All right, good stuff. It is 7th inning stretch time because we are at, I believe, 5 games left on this slate, and 4 of them are the West Coast games, and then, of course, Sunday Night Baseball to wrap it up. So we'll shout out everybody in the chat. We already hit on a few people earlier in the show when we did the chat rundown. 40-ounce beer belly dude. That's one of the better names I've seen. Wow. Welcome in Platinum Paul, the real DJ X, Lance LaRose. I'm trying to remember who I didn't mention in the first go around and mention them now. Crystal, thank you for the donation. We mentioned you last time as well. Slick Rick, Elliot B, North Ender. We appreciate everyone. Ron Crawford, Brian Watson, Dom Ricci, of course, the legend, Elliot V, Rob Free, Mally Mal. Good to see him in the chat. Mally in the chat there. What else have we got? Michael Buelna, not applicable. Billy in the chat as well. Jason Lewis, and pretty much everyone else I believe I mentioned the first time we went through names. So welcome in, everybody. We appreciate it here. Let's go on to the West Coast action. There's 4 games on the left coast at the 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific hour, starting with Colorado, San Francisco. John Gray and Alex Wood, the pitching matchup here. San Francisco minus 210, home favorites, 8 the total in this game. Obviously, when you look at this San Francisco team. The thing is, the Rockies got the win last night against the Giants, which was a nice win for them. Give them credit. But I don't like going against the Giants off a loss. They've been great. Alex Wood, he hasn't been as sharp, lately, but he's won consistently still. 7-1 in the Giants in his last 8 starts. He has a 4.14 ERA at home this year. Hasn't been necessarily as sharp, but and John Gray on the road here checks 4.73 ERA on the road this year. He didn't pitch well earlier this week against the Astros. He was out of there after 4.1 innings, gave up a bunch of runs. And what also bothers me here too is I don't know why, and I don't think Bud Black said anything about why this is, but he's actually only pitching on 4 days rest today, John Gray. So a day less of rest, and it does concern me a little bit here. So San Francisco off the loss. Wood has been good enough at home here that I could see him doing enough to keep Colorado in check. For me, I would lean to the first 5 innings -0.5 at -125 for San Francisco. Maybe a run line in effect as well. Does feel like a bounce back spot. The Giants at home off a loss, when they're at home especially, they've been money in these spots, and they've just avoided losing streaks and multiple games in a row, losing all year. At this point, that's the only way I would go is San Francisco tonight, this afternoon. What do you think? Yeah, the first 5 over makes some sense too, potentially. You got to hope Wood is just a little bit off. Maybe Gray again on the 1 day less of rest is not sharp either. So I could understand you looking at first 5 over, Billy, in our chat. Connor, what do you think here? Rockies Giants.
Yeah, it could get over. Wood has not been really good lately. But the last 2 starts were Arizona 5-4. Houston, he gave up 4. I don't trust him too much. The Rockies have hit him pretty well too. Story, Crone, there's a few other guys that have hit him. I think there could be runs here. The game stayed under. The Rockies got 4. I'm kind of looking at the Rockies team total over 3.5. It's +115. I think they could get there. And I think with Gray, he's hit and miss. This guy at times can pitch well. He's been a little bit rough the last few starts on the road. So, yeah, the leans the Giants. Maybe just stick with the team total. I lost it yesterday, but it should get there today. But I was kind of looking at the Rockies. I think they could get to Wood. Just a difficult one. Just lean so far here.
Yeah, I mean, there's numbers that add up. You're right. Wood has not been – Wood is actually since probably, I would say, middle of June. It's not been quite the same for him. Yet he's won. That's the thing that I keep going back to. He hasn't been as pitched as well, but he's still 7-1 their last 8 starts with him on the mound. But the Rockies do have some good numbers against him, and the Rockies do hit lefties pretty decently.
Can they do it on the road? Yeah. Can they get 4 again? That's all.
Yeah, they definitely hit lefties better than righties, and that could allow them. So now when I look at it, as much as I think it's a good spot for San Francisco, I'm thinking the over might be in play now, especially early, because I don't trust Gray. And the more you look at it, maybe Wood may not be able to get through this lineup totally unscathed either. What do you think here, Sharpie, Colorado, San Fran?
Sorry for sighing. I was just remembering my bet losing yesterday because I rebetted again today, and I was like, I'm just going to bang my damn head on the wall if this shit loses again. Rockies team total over 1.5 first 5, guys. Wood ain't good. Rockies hit lefties. This is their second lefty in a row. And Slaughter I told everyone, oh, come on. Look at this. He going to put out some cash, guys. Let's get it. Get to that 200 now. The boss man's throwing out cash to the public again, guys. Wow, he's the man, bro. He gives out free soccer plays that puts money in my bank and free money to the people, bro. Free money. What other show does this?
Yeah.
What show does? Show me it, guys. You're the man, Slaughter. Hit that like button, guys, as much as you can.
We be pubbing.
Here we go, though. I'm on that. Yep. I'm on that Colorado team total over 1.5. I could see Gray being good for about 4 innings. We don't know how long he's going to go, though, guys. I could see him being bad. I don't want that. I know Wood's going to, or I don't know. I think Wood's going to be bad today, or at least give up a 2-run shot. San Francisco has the 4th best bullpen the last 30 days. Colorado the 25th. So if Gray doesn't go long, guys, you are destined for trouble. So careful taking the Rockies. I know it looks good. I know Wood sucks. it could be a 3-3, 4-4 ball game type deal after 5 guys. Just this is a Giant spot. Giants after a loss are always a team to look to back. I can't back Wood with my own money. I think Wood gets hit. So I'm on that 1.5 over for the Rockies team.
All right,
total.
next up. All right, good stuff. We got the Astros and the Angels now. Next up, Lance McCullers and Reed Detmers, the pitching matchup. Astros minus 180, road favorites. The total right now 9.5 here in this game between these two teams. Astros starting to pick it up now. 4 straight wins, 5-1 in their last 6 games. They've won the first 2 games of this series, 4-1 and 8-2 over the Angels. I think they have a good chance to complete the sweep. There is not a whole lot that I have seen in Reed freaking Detmers in 2 starts that gets me anxious to back him. 11 runs allowed in 9.1 innings. Remember, this is the guy that on this show, it was a weekend. It was a Sunday. He made his debut. We said it. I said it on that show. They basically bumped this guy from Double-A right up to the big leagues. He basically skipped Triple-A outside of 1 start he made in Triple-A, thinking he's ready. He's not ready. I don't know what brainiac in this Angels organization thought this guy was ready for Major League Ball, straight out of Double-A, essentially. But clearly he fucked up and got it wrong because he's not ready right now. And now he's a lefty, and we know what the Astros sometimes do with these lefties. We know. So this to me looks like the Astros break out the brooms. Props to our guy Sharpie for saying Lance McCullers was going to have a little bit of a fall-off start in his last outing against the Twins, and that's exactly what happened. It was his worst outing in a long time. 4 runs, 8 hits, 4.2 innings, but I think he bounces back today against the Angels. His numbers against the Angels are really good. This year he's given up 3 runs in 14 innings against them. He's dominated them. He's shut them down. He has a 2.7 ERA on the road. And how about this road record of the Astros with McCullers on the mound? 8-1 in McCullers' 9 road starts this year. I'm on the Astros first 5. I'm on the Astros full game. Crystal, you're right along my wave of thinking in this game. Absolutely. I think it's a sweeperoo for the Astros today. We've lost Connor, so Sharpie, what do you think here? Astros Angels.
Oh, man, this is speaking of these Astros, Jeff Slaughter, this is his team right here, guys. Man, I can't stand them, though, being a Dodger fan. They're a bunch of cheaters. But we have that argument every day, and he screams back at me, everybody cheats. Fuck you. Suck it. Here's my ring. And I really can't say shit, but at least we got our ring. Ha ha. So, on to Cincinnati. But this is a Houston run line spot for me, guys. This is McCullers, should get back to it. Yeah, I was laughing my ass off, Ian, when you said, who's the dumb fuck who thought this kid was ready and brought him up? I'm the dumb fuck who put money on him the first time out thinking he was going to be good. So, fuck, put me on that list, dude. Fuck. He has not been good. He's a fade, guys. Astros have been middle of the pack versus lefties, but this is not a lefty. This is a fucking kid, guys. He is not ready for these big lights and this team that's just on a roll. Astros sweep.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said full game for Astros. It's the run line. I'm not taking money line full game. It's the run line. So it's run line full game. It's minus a half a run first 5 for Houston. Those are the 2 bets that I've got here with the Astros. We got Conor Mac back in the house. Connor, what do you think here? Angels Astros.
I'm right with you. I like the Astros last night and the over. It could get there. Detmers isn't ready. I watched both starts. I watched the second one. He wasn't good either. After the first he settled down. He's not ready. I think he'll be good in the future, but we know how these Astros hit lefties. So I'd go run line too. I'd be Astros got the runs last night, but like you said, lately they've been getting 3 or 4 1 inning and kind of nothing else. So I'd be cautious maybe of the team total at 5.5. If that's minus 110, the run line's minus 120. I'll go with the run line, just 10 cents more.
All right, Blue Jays and Mariners, Steven Matz, Logan Gilbert pitching matchup here. Even money pretty much is what we're looking at in this game. Minus 110 both sides, 8.5 the total. Over the total for me yesterday. Winner in this game with the Blue Jays and Mariners, mostly thanks to Seattle, who opened up the game late in the 7th inning. A 7th inning from hell for the Toronto Blue Jays. I mean, that inning it totally got away from them. They had a 3-2 lead, and all of a sudden the roof caved in. The first thing that happened was George Springer got injured, and left the game. And now his status is up in the air. The good news is they avoid disaster with Springer. He's day to day. You know, it's not a long-term injury. And they flashed a graphic up on this game last night. Blue Jays are like 10 games above 500 with Springer in the lineup, and they're below 500 without him in the lineup. So that tells you how significant that would have been if it was a long-term injury for George Springer. Thankfully for the Blue Jays, it's only day to day. I don't think he'll be in the lineup today, so keep that in mind. I think they'd give him a rest today. Matz, we'll see how he fares here in this one. He's actually pitched a little bit better the last few outings for the Blue Jays. We'll see how he goes here in this one, but it's been up and down a little bit for him compared to the good start he had early in the year. But 3.86 ERA his last 3 starts, 2 earned runs, 4.2 innings against the Angels. Not as sharp last time, but before that, he had gone through a stretch against Cleveland, the Mets, and Texas. 2 runs in 16 innings. So which Mats is it going to be today? He did face the Mariners on June 30th, and it was rough. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2.2 innings. There is a caveat, though. He was coming off the IL for that start. So keep that in mind. But still, you definitely would think that Seattle might be able to have some success. You know, Logan Gilbert's a pitcher I either look to bet on or I pass. And look, they've actually lost 2 straight starts that he's pitched. But look, he didn't pitch that bad in them. 3 runs in 5 innings, 2 runs in 6 innings. But Mariners end up losing both of those games. Blue Jays have never faced Logan Gilbert. And with no Springer, potentially due to that ankle injury, you know, I'm not interested in the Jays today. I'm just not. At this price would be Seattle first 5 full game split if I were to get involved. And that's probably the way I would go here in this game. And again, Blue Jays bullpen issues. And now, look, I got to say this about Charlie Montoyo. This is as nice a guy as you'll ever want to meet. Seriously, he is. He is a good guy. He's a good man. He's as kind a gentle soul as you'll ever meet. He's got a heart of gold. He treats his players like his own sons and his own kids. And it pains me to ever criticize him because he's a good guy. He's a legitimately good guy. And you can tell that. And he's the kind of, you know, he's a positive, upbeat human being. He always, you know, will say the good things about the team and always try to induce confidence. But man, some nights I wonder if he can manage worth a tinker's dam, because, you know, in some of these games, taking pitchers out when he does, taking Ryu out when he did last night, a head scratcher, putting these specific relievers in at certain times during games. I'm baffled by some of the decision making for him. It pains me to say it, but he mismanages a lot of games, and it's a real worry for this Blue Jays team. It's a shame because he's a good guy. He is. He's terrific in that regard. But his managing, it's been sketchy. It's been tough in certain games, and it happened again last night. It's just the timing ended up being piss poor to go to the bullpen, and it ended up being a disastrous 7th inning, which cost them the game last night after Ryu left. And you know, for Montoyo, we like the guy that he is, but the managing has certainly been shaky at times. So for me, it's Seattle or pass here. Conor Mac, what do you think here? Jays Mariners.
Yeah, we got our guy Dommy in here. Yeah, he's seen Mats since high school. He's very emotional, and that's why he's drove me nuts his whole career. I never been able to figure him out. Every time I bet him on him, he'll blow up, or if I don't against him, he pitches great. He's the question mark with Gilbert. I want to go the first 5 under 4.5, but I can't trust Mats. So it's a game I'm staying off. I lean Mariners as well. They're hot. They look dead just a few days ago with the Rangers at home. I mean, they couldn't get a run across. Looked horrible. Now the Jays have hit the skids a little bit. So for me, Mariners are pass.
Are you muted again, Ian?
I am again.
Yeah, I just figured you were. I was like, should I start talking?
There we go. Yeah, go ahead, Sharpie. Toronto, Seattle.
I know Connor said dead, and I was like, Sanka, you dead, man? Yeah, man. Hell yeah, I'm dead from the dab I just took. But like I had no bet on this game, and I was listening to these guys talk, and I came up with a sneaky bet, guys. Seattle to score first. They've already got good numbers off of Mats. They're going to be the second people up the bat, so they will be the plus side of the money. Toronto doesn't score first inning. We fade them no run first inning a lot in the Discord, thanks to my boy Maxwell Smart. Toronto just doesn't score first inning a lot, guys. So Gilbert, advantage first time through the lineup, even if it is going through more than the first inning. And advantage Seattle by seeing Mats before. So I like Seattle score first. And shout out to the chat.
Right.
We are at our record, guys. Let's boom that record to shit, bro. If we get to 250, I'll smoke whatever the fuck's resting here, bro. There's a good half gram, bro. I don't think we will, though, but let's see.
All right, we've got San Diego and Arizona here. Craig Stammen, another spot start for him. Out of the bullpen, Zach Gallen for Arizona. San Diego minus 150 road favorites, 9 the total. Books are starting to catch on. San Diego stinks right now. You better believe if I'm betting anything in this game, it's Arizona first 5 full game or nothing at all in this one. Problem is Zach Gallen's been disappointing, and this is a guy I thought would be one of the better pitchers in this rotation for Arizona. There are a couple guys like Merrill Kelly's capable, but he's on the IL right now. And I thought Zach Gallen, when he came back, would be better, but he's really been laboring for the Diamondbacks. 5 runs, 7 hits against the Giants in his last start. 3 runs, 4 hits, 5.2 innings against the Giants before in the start before that. Back-to-back against San Francisco. That's never easy. And they just haven't been winning with him on the mound. He's on a dreadful Arizona's on a dreadful 1-9 slide in Zach Gallen's last 10 starts going back to May here this year. That does worry me, but what worries me even more right now is laying minus 150 with San Diego on the road. Stammen, I like him in the bullpen. He's had a good year in this bullpen for San Diego, but made a spot start August 10th, and it wasn't against the Giants or the Dodgers or a really, really hot-hitting lineup. It was against the Marlins. And he gave up 4 runs, 6 hits, and lasted only 2 innings. So some guys are just not cut out to start. Some guys are good as relievers. Craig Stammen has constantly been that in his career. Going back to when he was with the Nationals, he was never any good as a starter for them. But he was always reliable in the bullpen. Don't take guys out of roles they're comfortable in. Earth to Jace Tingler, I'm talking to you, numbnuts. Don't take guys out of roles that they're comfortable in. And he's taken Stammen out of a role that he's comfortable in. And in first start, brutal against a team that doesn't even hit all that well most of the time, Miami. So this could be Arizona team total over as well, because we know they've been hitting this Padres team right lately. You could go in that direction. And at least if you go with Arizona's team total, which is 3.5 minus 125, minus 130, you don't have to worry about Gallen, because Gallen has been a little bit of a concern the last 2 starts. He hasn't pitched well. So if you want to take that element out of it, bottom line is I'm thinking Arizona first 5 plus price, thinking Arizona full game plus price. But definitely I think I will be on that team total for Arizona. Over 3.5. All you need is 4 runs for them, and it gets there. I think that's a good way to go at this point in time. Conor Mac, what do you think here? Padres, Diamondbacks.
Yeah, Stammen, you talked about it. He can't, as a starter, he looked horrible in that Marlins game. He was not good at all. And like you said, when he's out of the pen, he's not bad. But this is not a good role for him. But Gallen, he's gotten hit hard lately. I see this over. The Padres will not. I'm calling it. They're not going to get no hit again. So I think they're going to get hits today. I don't know if they win. I'd be back on the Diamondbacks again. There's no chance. I said it yesterday. Padres with him on the mound at minus 150. No way. Look at the D-backs first 5. Maybe not full game. I don't trust their bullpen. But if they get out and score 5 runs in the first inning, shit, they could maybe coast. So for me, it's the D-backs, and I'm leaning over in this ballgame. See a lot of bullpen.
They need Fernando Tatis Jr. back in the worst way. We're not just talking about the player and what he does on the field, what he does at the plate anymore. He is like that lightning rod of energy, adrenaline, enthusiasm that runs right through that clubhouse and right through that dugout. And it looks like they're lifeless, lethargic. They're sleepwalking without that energy boost that he gives you. It's also that he's just always, he's the camaraderie. They don't have as much camaraderie I see in their dugout anymore without Tatis when he's been banged up here the last few weeks. The good news for San Diego is he's expected to be activated prior to Monday when they face the Rockies. So it looks like he might be back. He won't play today, but he looks like he'll be back Monday when they play the Rockies. They need him badly at this point. Try to save their season. They're barely hanging on over the Reds for that second wild card. Sharpie, what do you think here? Padres, Diamondbacks.
I think I'm going to do the Connor special. This is what we call the Connor special in the Discord, guys. We bet the first 5 over, and if the game starts going under, we then live bet it to the over like we think it's still going to go over. I mean, we capped it to go over, so if the games go 0-0 for a few innings and they drop that total down to that 5.5 again, I'm gonna grab that live total. And like yesterday in that Washington game, you would have cashed because you would have got a 4.5 first 5 and a 5.5 full game because they pitched 0-0 through 3, and then all of a sudden the runs started coming, guys. So don't fail on your capping, guys. Sometimes you need to cap it in a way as in not first 5 full game already, first 5, and then if the game starts to go 0-0, take the live bet. That's the Connor special.
All right, good stuff indeed. All right, we were on to the final game. We've made it. A marathon show over an hour and a half. We took our time. We figured we would. If we extend close to 2 hours, so be it. Dodgers and Mets, Sunday night baseball. It is Max Scherzer and Carlos Carrasco. Pretty good pitching matchup. Looking forward to seeing this here. The Sunday nighter. Dodgers minus 165. Road favorites 7.5 the total in this game. Dodgers definitely. If you're the Mets, man, I mean, you got to give them credit. They battled, in this series so far against the Dodgers, but on the wrong losing end of one-run decisions in both games, 6-5 and then 2-1 last night against the Dodgers. Taijuan Walker, pitching as well as he did. Sharpie mentioned that to us before the show began. That was a bit of a stunner to see Walker really put the clamp down on this Dodgers lineup the way he did. But nevertheless, 2 frustrating losses for the Mets, who desperately need wins right now. And they were right there to be had. And the Dodgers snatch victory from the jaws of defeat in both of those games. And that's what good teams do. And that's why the Dodgers are what they are and defending champs, right? They find ways to win, and they've done that in the first 2 games. Now they got Scherzer on the mound here for the finale here on Sunday night. And you look at what he's done here with the Dodgers, 2 starts, 2 runs, 10.1 innings in both of those games. Really good numbers for him so far as a member of the Dodgers. How about 1 walk, 16 strikeouts? How sick is that in 2 starts? 1 walk, 16 strikeouts for the Dodgers for Mad Max in 2 outings. We have Carlos Carrasco on the mound here for the Mets. I have no idea what to expect from him because, first of all, he is pitching here on 4 days rest instead of a normal rest. But there's a reason for that. It's because his last start, he only went 1 inning. It was cut short, 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 inning against the Nationals just a few days ago. How's he going to fare? He's completely out of his normal pitching rhythm of 5 days. He's going on 4 days instead. We'll have to see how it goes here. But Carrasco's just a wild card. Like he had 2 really good starts early, but the Reds, the Marlins, the Nationals got roughed him up, and he's going to face a terrific lineup here. And I got to see more from Carrasco before backing him. Max Scherzer's obviously been terrific since joining the Dodgers. I'm off the game. I am. I'm not even on the Dodgers' first 5. That fell short for me yesterday, but I won with the Dodgers' first 5 Friday, lost with it yesterday. I'm not coming back to it today. Carrasco's just up in the air for me in this game. He could go out and dazzle. Because look, if Taijuan Walker can go out there and dazzle the Dodgers last night, Carrasco sure as hell can, because I think he's got better stuff than Walker. But, there's always that belief that, wait a minute, Carrasco, has been up and down. He's still trying to work his way back from an injury. He's on 4 days rest today. He had his rhythm altered. He only pitched 1 inning. So you pitched 1 inning and now you're on 4 days. You know what I mean? It's out of rhythm, and pitchers are such a creature of habit, and the routine is so stringent for these pitchers that I worry when they're off that rhythm and thrown off kilter a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see. The first 5 under does make sense. I wouldn't argue with that. That could get there. But I'm off the game. This is going to be just a sit back, watch, and enjoy a good baseball game for me than anything I'm going to do from a betting standpoint. Conor Mac, Sunday Night Baseball. What do you like? Dodgers, Mets.
Yeah, I looked at this first 5 under, and the problem is Carrasco. You just mentioned it. I don't think I can pull the trigger. It's because I don't know what I'm going to get out of him. He went 1 inning. The long ball's been his problem since he got back. That Miami game, he gave up the homer right away, then he settled down. I got to see more from him. I lean that way, but it's only a 4, and it's minus 115. That's another reason. But I lean under early, but I think Scherzer and the Dodgers win here. I don't know if I take them again. I'm going to think about this game, make a play later.
All right, Sharpie, anything for you here with the Sunday night or Dodgers Mets?
Yes, sir. Shout out to the chat, guys. 216 likes. Smash it. This is the last game. We already at the record. Let's break it. Ron Crawford in the chat, spreadsheet play of the day was the Dodgers, guys. So he's been pretty money on his thing. And Razor's Gambler's First Glance is out, guys. That's on the Seattle money line. Go check that out. It's on Pub Sports Radio. Go check it out. Watch the video. Make a little extra cash. I'm with you, Ian. I'm going to kick back and bet it prop-wise probably and just watch it as a fun type game and enjoy the game. Conforto got good numbers off Scherzer. That's somebody I'm going to look at for a jack. Other than that, Carrasco hasn't gone more than 61 pitches, guys. So it should be a Dodgers get right spot. So,
but I could see him pitch well. That's why I could see the Dodgers jump on him maybe and score 4 or 5 because I'm looking at their team total. Or I could see an under.
Even if he does well, 60 pitches is 4 innings, and then you get that Mets bullpen who's just been not confident. I mean, their numbers, they're a big difference-wise, like number-wise, like in numbers, but they're only a half run off in ERA, so it's really not that really much. So they have the same type bullpen in my eyes, and I don't trust Kenley Jansen for shit. You don't either.
All right, good stuff. All right, that is the Sunday MLB card. We've gotten through it. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Approaching 300 live viewers, an incredible number of likes. We're going to pick out 4 lucky chat participants today for $50 each, courtesy of Jeff Slaughter, for all the support of the show, especially today. So we will announce the 4 winners of that in just a second. We'll also announce Best Bets, Jack of the Day in just a second as well. But first, Manscaped and Southtown 101. Southtown 101, when you're in San Antonio, Texas, check them out. Live music, DJs, karaoke, great food, great drinks. Southtown 101. Manscaped, promo code PubSports, 20% off your purchase of the Lawnmower 4.0 or any Manscaped product using the promo code PubSports and mybookie.ag, promo code PubSports. We've hit football season, CFL, NFL preseason is underway, college football just 2 weeks away. Now's the time. Sign up for an account. mybookie.ag. Get yourself ready for football season. Load up that account. Promo code PubSports. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit as well. Check out mybookie.ag. Use that promo code PubSports. Conor Mac and I, we're going to have college football videos previewing each conference this week. We're going to start shooting them tomorrow on Monday. We're looking forward to that. One video for each Power 5 conference and a video for all non-Power 5 conferences as well. Season win totals, futures to win the division and conference, all that stuff. We'll mention them. We're looking forward to getting you ready for college football season this week right here on Pub Sports Radio with those videos. All right. Before we get to Jack, we'll do Jack of the Day best bet after. First, we're going to do the giveaways, the $50 giveaways. I'm going to pick mine first because I've already decided on it. We've been talking in our showroom chat, if you will, who we're going to select as our 4. I'm picking someone. Connor's picking someone. Sharpie's picking someone. And Big Show behind the scenes picking someone as well for the $50. I'm picking Real Deal Prime. He's a guy that's donated here a few times already. He's always in here, it seems, every single day, always interacting in the chat. So there you go. The
grinder.
Yep. Real deal.
The
prime.
grinder. Testing. 1, 2, 3,
1,
guys.
2.
Check. I'll be right in. I'm gonna get my coffee and my picks. No, I love that guy. He's a good kid.
All right, there we go. Connor, who did you select for the lucky person to win $50?
Well, I had a few. I'm going to give it to our guy. He's always supported us, Dom Ricci. He's the man, Dommy Gun. He's the winner for me.
All right. I'd endorse Dom Ricci getting it every day. The $50. He's that good. I've met him in person. That's the great thing. A few years ago, more than once, actually. Las Vegas, Miami, Costa Rica, lots of different spots, and always a good time with Dom. One of the legends around this chat, as far as I'm concerned. Great pick by Conor Mac. Congrats to Dom. Sharpie, who's your choice?
Hey, shout out to the chat, though. We got 227 likes. I think we could hit 250 by the time we got them best bets, guys. So shout out just to Slaughter and smash the like button, even if you don't like us. He been giving out free money all week, and he ain't going to stop. He's going to keep giving out clothes, shirts, money, dude, because he is the boss of all bosses. He's the boss of all bosses, man, okay? You guys, okay? Go smash the fucking like button for the guy, okay? That's all he fucking asks, okay? But I've been singing that Slick Rick song in my head since he started this show off with the dono. So I'm going to go with Slick Rick, guys. He's been here all day in the chat. He's here every week. And he started this whole show off with me singing and Ian singing. Put this whole show in a good mood. So Slick Rick.
Hell yeah.
All right. Good choice indeed there, Slick Rick. And big show behind the scenes. Who did you pick?
I got to go with my man that's been helping me get these likes these whole times. I'm going Elliot V for my choice.
Shout out to Elliot.
So all you guys, if you guys read the message on the screen right now, go ahead and follow me at Big Show Picks so I can hand over your information to Jeff. So all four of them winners, if you guys will give a recap, just hit me up on Twitter and I'll hand it over to Jeff.
Yes, that's on Twitter. Follow him on Twitter at Big Show Picks.
Yeah, if you've already left, we'll get a hold of you the next time you're in the show to make sure you get your winnings because all you guys deserve it. This is a great show. We hit the 300 and the 200 and exactly what I asked. Have a good Sunday and good luck, guys.
There you go. Way to go. Awesome stuff. Congrats to all the winners. And the reason we're able to do this for you guys is because you're supporting. And watching the shows, hitting the like button, sharing the videos, tuning in. That's why we're able to do this. Hopefully, we're able to give you some baseball winners. Let's turn our attention to doing that, and let's start with Jack of the Day.
Well, see you later.
All right, Jack of the Day time. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go with just two, because Sundays are tricky. Sometimes, and there are a few games I'd like to be high scoring, but I try to scale back a little on the overs on a Sunday because you sometimes get those guys out of the lineup, days off. People want to get on to the next series. So with that in mind, though, I'll stick to just two Jack of the Day candidates, and they stand out beyond everybody else. Sal Perez against Jay Happ for Kansas City Royals. We talked about it already. And I like Matt Olson for Oakland as well. He's crushed Colby Allard, and he has 2 home runs against him as well. So just those two, Sal Perez, Kansas City, Matt Olson, Oakland, Jack of the Day for me today. Conor Mac, what do you got, Jack of the Day?
I'm going back because the price is huge, and there's a lefty on the mound. Give me Trey Boom Boom Mancini plus 500, even higher today. Santana for the Royals, he's plus 450, 11 for 25 with a homer. Brandon Belt, plus 460. And one last one, he got me at the other day, plus 700. David Peralta, plus 700 again. He's 4 for 14 with a jack. Cash it with Peralta.
All right. Sharpie, any home run props? And also give us what you got for best bet.
I was in the Pub Sports Radio Discord. Shout that out one more time before the end of the day. But this morning I was with the cupcake man, Maxwell Smart. And we knew, Ian, going over who you were going to pick. We knew you were going to be on Salvador Perez, bro. So we threw that one out the window. We're like, cross that off. That's Ian's. On to the next. Connor called a couple too. Trey Mancini, he liked guys today. Also, Ian liked Olsen. Bobby Abreu, guys, or Jose Abreu, not Bobby. Old school
Bobby.
baseball there. That's all them dabs, bro. I'm calling back the old school baseball players. But
Call him out of the
Abreu had
retirement
6
home.
home runs in his last 11 games, guys. So that's something to look at right there. But I like Conforto over Scherzer tonight. Big spot, big game. Scherzer throws 98 down the middle a little too often sometimes, guys. Conforto going to take that out the park. Best bet now, right?
Yep.
Here we go. Greasy theory that I told you all about at the very first game of the day. We're going Nola over 6.5. It's -145. We'll go 7.5 too at +125, guys. We'll take them both depending on your book. Don't be afraid. It's the greasy theory. I was listening to the Dodger game last week because I'm a Dodger fan, guys. I love the radio. The radio gives you so much information. Aaron Nola's stats at home are drastically better in his ERA, his whip, his strikeouts, everything by numerous things. Okay. Big spots. That's because he wears a white jersey with red pinstripes, guys, and a red logo. So they do not pick up the ball on him at home, guys. Greasy theory. I'm on his K prop tonight. He's an ace anyways. The only thing that can happen is Cincinnati can knock him out by 5, guys. They are the #1 team versus righties, but Nola has a good record versus this team. But I like his K props, guys. Greasy theory. I'm on Nola at home every damn time.
All right, there you go. Aaron Nola over strikeouts for Sharpie with his best bet. Conor Mac, what do you got for best bet?
I'm on yours from yesterday, Ian. I think they get it done today. Too many good numbers for the Royals. Their team total over 4.5. I think the game gets over 10, but I think the Royals get the half. He was too good the last few starts. Goes back to American League team. They get 5 runs today. Royals team total.
I like it. Kansas City over 4.5. Best bet here for Conor Mac in this one. My best bet
-115 too, or 120.
-115.
I forgot to say it.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Conor Mac with his best bet. Mine is going to be. I'm going to give you 2. I feel a little. I feel like these are 2 I couldn't decide between. Baltimore, Boston over 10. -120 at a couple of spots. Make sure you shop around for the 10. It's starting to move to 10.5. I understand why. Aiken stinks. Rodriguez, a lefty against Baltimore, should give some up as well. I like Red Sox, Orioles over 10. The other best bet is going to be Rays on. I'm going to go Rays on the run line here. I just love this team in this kind of situation that gets the shit beat out of them yesterday, 12-0. Walker was awful. I like a strong bounce back here for one of, if not the best team in baseball. Tampa Bay Rays, -1.5, -110 against Minnesota. That'll be 2 best bets there. Rays run line, Red Sox, Orioles over 10. 2 best bets today for me on this Sunday MLB card. That'll wrap up this edition of the MLB Closing Time Show. We appreciate everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Real quick, Cedric Mullins hasn't been in, right?
Yes, that is true.
He's back. That's why the line's
he is.
going up. That's why the line's going up. He's leading off.
Yep. The table setter is back for the Baltimore Orioles today. The leadoff man, Cedric Mullins, one of the best leadoff mans in baseball, to be honest with you. He's had a great year. We've had a great show, and I hope you've had a great time enjoying this show. And clearly you have. Thanks. Hit the like button on the way out if you haven't. We will be back with you tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. It'll be me, Conor Mac. It'll be Ski Profit on the Monday show, so join us for that. For Conor Mac and for Sharpie, I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Sunday. Enjoy the games and good luck, and we'll see you again tomorrow on Monday for another edition of the MLB Closing Time Show right here on Pub Sports Radio. The turnout's been amazing, guys. We appreciate it. Have a great Sunday. We'll see you again